All right. Obviously, as a reminder, everybody, just please raise your hand in the participant section if you have a question for Cody. Cody, do you hear us okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
All right, perfect. We'll get going then with the first question. Lance, I saw your hand raised first, so go ahead with the first question for Cody.
Cool. Hey, Cody, Lance Lysowski from the Buffalo News. Congratulations. Just looking back at this past season, unusual with the break with COVID, and I'm sure that it was also we're getting traded. But how would you just say, where your game was at this past season, and how do you feel just going into the offseason and this long break here?
I feel like it was getting back to my strengths. A couple injuries early took me out for a period of time, and one after another. Then a trade, a new team, new system, and everything. But towards the end, it was getting back to where I wanted it to be, and looking to progress and get back to my game.
Hi, Cody. This is Bill Hoppy with the Times Herald. Congratulations. What did Vegas do for your career, I guess? How did it change it? And just what are some of the lessons you learned from your 3 years there about just how teams can come together and so forth?
Yeah, it's, there was one rule there, is work hard and be a good person. And, there was no egos. Everyone checked them at the door when they got in. And we took it upon ourselves to be, play with that mentality. No one was better than each other. Coming from Dallas, I had a season where I hurt my knee again, and kind of got back into the mix a little slower than I wanted. But was able to get that confidence back and able to find my skating, find my game and timing, and like I said, kind of reestablish myself and play the right way.
Hi, Cody. Paul Hamilton from WGRZ TV here in Buffalo. First of all, what attracted you to the Buffalo Sabres to sign with Buffalo? And number two, what kind of a role has Ralph Krueger outlined for you that you might be playing for the Sabres?
Yeah, I what I've heard, I didn't know a ton about it. I was there with the World Juniors a few years back. It's a great city, a sports-loving city. Nice and cold the way I like it. And we had a good chat, me and Ralph, the day of the second day of free agency. And, he just kind of told me the way the team was functioning, the way he likes to do it. I find myself personally best at a third line center that, can jump up and down the lineup throughout a season when say injuries or anything else happens like that. Lots of things change throughout a season, but when I'm most comfortable is good, good chemistry with your line mates, playing that style of, run and gun and not getting outworked, getting a task at hand and, just focus on being that role player for a team and providing energy.
Hi, Cody, Lance again. One area that you've made a significant impact in your career is on the penalty kill. The Sabres have really struggled in that area last season. Your experience, your skill set, how does that allow you to really make an impact shorthanded?
Yeah, it's one of those things. The structure has to be in place, and you have to make reads. You have to have that chemistry with the guys you're playing against. You're gonna need big saves regardless of when it happens, and you just have to have that willingness, as a unit to do what it takes, get in those lanes. It's one of those things where there is a structure in place, but there's a lot of read and react as well, and just you got to be quick. You got to be able to take time and space and not know when the right time is to say attack but a lot of that has to do with the mechanics put in place in the system.
Hey, Cody. Greg Bohr, Spectrum News here in Buffalo. A lot of the guys that the Sabres brought in have playoff experience, yourself included. This franchise currently not a lot of that the last decade, obviously. How important is it that you bring that, and what can you bring from those postseason times with you?
Yeah, it's. I think it's important. I think some of the guys they've played Stahl and they've had lots of chances to play big important games, and the tide and the shift in the game, the momentum through those games can switch just like that. So it's just a matter of doing those right things every minute of that game, trying to get the momentum back. And just sticking to your instincts when those times come. So it's exciting part. Everyone wants to be a part of that time of season. I think there's a tremendous amount of talent on this team, and these guys are maybe that haven't had the playoff experience. They'll do just fine. They'll that's when guys elevate their game and really come to play.
Hey, Cody, Alex Brasky with the Batavia Daily News. What's the feeling coming in here to Buffalo, knowing the moves they've been making, bringing in Eric Stahl, Taylor Hall? What's the feeling for you coming in here to Buffalo?
It's exciting. Yeah, it's. I look at the depth of the roster now, bringing in some guys, and I look at the guys they had before. Like I said, just tremendous talent, but it takes a whole cohesive unit that all working together. That kind of deep lineup. Just knowing that your third, fourth line can alleviate some pressure, take some minutes off of the top two lines playing against each other, and it's exciting. So I like the way things look, and I'm excited to get down there.
Hi, Cody. It's Bill again. I know it didn't last long, but what was the experience like playing in Winnipeg? Did you feel extra pressure? Was it fun? Like, just what kind of experience was that playing for your hometown team?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was exciting. I know everyone, my family, myself, we were excited, and it was only 4 games at home, so it kind of just got cut so short. 4 games on the road, 4 games at home, and then we went back on the road, and the season was done. So it was fun. It was exciting. It was loud. And I really enjoyed it. Just for that brief time that I was there.
Hey, Cody, the one thing that it seems that was one of the driving forces when you guys were in Vegas was a lot of those guys had a chip on their shoulder, right? They're picked in the expansion draft. It seemed like that really fueled you guys. As you go into a team like Buffalo, how do you really develop that as a group, as a team, to have that chip on your shoulder and play with maybe that edge every night you go out there, as if, maybe you're being overlooked a little bit as a group?
Well, I think that's probably just it. Those guys feel, they got to feel capable of doing it. They had a great start last season, and, it just should add that, a little bit of chip on their shoulder, saying, we've got some players, we've gotten deeper, we've got a good core group of guys, and, I think every guy in that dressing room wants to prove that, they have more to give, or they have something to prove, that, they're a competitive team and playoff bound. And, just over time, I know not winning or losing is not fun, and everyone should be motivated by that. I'm sure all those guys in that dressing room are.
All right. I think unless anybody has any other questions, we can wrap up there. Cody, thank you for your time today.
Yeah, thanks, guys.